What's up, everyone? Welcome to Get Your Teach On Live. We're live from the beautiful Mohegan Sun Resort in Connecticut for our 18th Get Your Teach On conference. We have our Edge of Rockstar audience here, and this party is just getting started. If you're tuning in from home right now, go ahead and share out this video for your chance to win tickets to our national conference. Go ahead in the comments, hit share for your chance to win. Now, the sessions are on fire today, and to kick things off, please help me welcome two of the co-founders of the Get Your Teach On conference, Hope and Wade King. It's Kings from Everett. Yeah, they don't follow directions well.
Nope, she sure did not.
Sorry.
How are you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like I didn't see you all day. I know. We just saw each other for the first time. So we're in New England in the Northeast for the first time.
Yes.
How exciting is that for you?
Okay, so everybody's been asking us to come to up north forever, and believe it or not, it snows a lot in the north, and so we're trying to figure out a way to make sure that happens, to make sure we can still do a conference, and so we were so excited to be able to bring this here in the fall time. First of all, it is gorgeous. Like, I don't know if you've seen their leaves, but they're every shade of every color imaginable. But we're just so excited to be here, and plus, the groups today.
Yeah, like
were incredible.
I love the North because they don't shy away from saying how they feel. And they've been we knew coming into it they were going to be super honest, and so we weren't sure how to take that, if it would be a good thing or bad thing. But so far it's been amazing. Y'all have been a great group, so thank you so much for.
We've taught them how to say y'all with multiple syllables.
They were probably staring like, what is happening in all these sessions with all the y'all?
But yeah, the energy that they've brought inside of the rooms is evidence of the type of energy that they're pouring into their classrooms.
Absolutely.
All around New England. And so I don't know if you knew it or not, but it's really easy to get from state to state here, right? Because your states are like tiny. And so you come from all over the place, so it's been really cool.
Sure, we'll go with that. So this is a first for us being in the Northeast, and a first for you all this week. Get Your Teach On, and the two of you were featured on a national podcast. Talk a little bit about that. It just launched next week, so talk a little bit about that and what I'm talking about.
It launched next week?
I mean, last week. Yep. Last week. Long day.
Somebody's got to keep them on track, people. But yes, we're so excited. So obviously, many of you know that Rachel Hollis came this summer to the national conference, and she brought the house down. She had such a strong message for teachers and how to take care of themselves, but also how to pursue their passion, which teachers are the most passionate people on the planet. And so she just inspired us so much, and then she reached out to us and asked us to be on our podcast and talk all things education, which I can absolutely do any time of day whatsoever. And so we were just so honored to be able to chat with them.
Yeah, it was just really cool. I mean, Dave reached out to us, and he's like, hey, we would love to have you on our podcast, and we don't really know much about education, and so we just took
other than the fact they're parents.
Yeah, other than the parents, but we just took that opportunity to just pour into education and celebrate educators. And the main question they asked is, what can other people do who aren't in education? What can they do for teachers? And we were just like, tell them you appreciate them, and show them that you appreciate them, because it takes a community. If we really want to revolutionize education, it's not just teachers. We have to exemplify that, and we have to share that, and other people in the community have to pour back into that. And so they were super supportive of that. They're the number one fans of educators.
They really
and so
are.
Allowing us to have that platform is a testament to who they are.
I mean, too, it allows us, like, when we do something like that, we are speaking on behalf of all educators.
Right.
And so we just hope to make everybody proud, because we want for people to know how hard teachers are working, what they're doing in those classrooms every single day. And so to be able to speak on behalf of all educators on that type of platform was just really an honor for us.
Well, you definitely made educators and the Get Your Teach On team proud. Rachel, you said, was a keynote last year. Nationals 2020 is coming to Orlando this year.
Yes.
Yep.
And we have a special announcement. We're not going to give it yet, because I know you want to give it away. But Wade, in our our Glow Game session at the end of the day, we had a little surprise happen that we're going to talk about in just a little.
I don't know how much I'm supposed to see. You know, I'm horrible at secrets.
I know, it's a teaser.
It's
a teaser. I know. But if you see Hope's face, you're probably like,
That's
what?
A clue.
Is that a disease? Like, what is happening on there? Is that a new makeup style? I don't know. You're just
I'm just
fashion
seeing it
trend.
first time,
Yeah,
actually,
that's what you've been walking around looking like. So we announced that Get Your Teach On is newly partners with, drumroll, the Blue Man Group. So Hope's rocking her blue in celebration of that. And to kick off that partnership, please help me welcome to Get Your Teach On Live, Jonathan Scrency, the general manager of Blue Man Group Boston. Jonathan, welcome.
All right, Jonathan, let's go.
Jonathan, welcome to Get Your Teach On Live.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. We're so excited to have you. So we're so excited about our newest partnership with the Blue Man Group. And oh boy. Oh boy.
What is happening?
What is happening?
We'll just let them do their thing back there. Jonathan, talk a little bit about what is the Blue Man Group.
Blue Man Group is a theatrical performance that combines comedy, music, video. It's high energy. I think this group knows something about high energy.
Yes, high energy.
And also it's.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering about that. It was getting tough up here. Oh, there. Oh.
Oh boy.
Jonathan,
oh, boy.
I think they like the hair.
Oh man.
How do you even keep them in line?
I
mean. Well.
Okay, continue our conversation, Jonathan. Talk a little bit about Blue Man
I feel
Group.
refreshed. As I was saying, it's there's a little bit of anarchy too in the performance, as you can
Air
see.
hockey, yes.
Anarchy.
Jonathan, let's
Anarchy. I thought you said air
let's just
hockey.
check out. I'm gonna let you finish in a
like,
bit, but let's just check out a little bit more about the Blue Man Group.
Ready, go.
All right, so Jonathan, welcome back. Now that we've got that taken care of, I think we're good. Our newest partners, the Blue Man Group. Talk a little bit about what is the Blue Man Group now that we got those three in line. I mean,
Yeah, the Blue Man Group is a theatrical performance, but not your ordinary theatrical performance. It combines elements, comedy, music, video, homemade instruments, and it's high energy. It's about euphoria. It's about human connection. It's about expanding your mind. It's about, I think, speaking, on the educational front, it's about all these elements that can come together to create art in unusual ways that you might not expect.
And I've seen the show several times. It's all about that celebration. It's all high energy, interactive, and that's what Get Your Teach On is all about. Exactly. So what a perfect partnership with us. Now, if there are teachers watching all across the U.S., where can they see Blue Man Group?
Blue Man Group is at the Charles Playhouse in Boston. That's our show.
There you go.
We're here today, celebrating that here at Mohegan Sun. We're at Astor Place Theater in New York City. We're at the Briar Street Theater in Chicago. We are at Universal Orlando.
Orlando?
And we are in Vegas, baby.
There you
At
go.
Luxor Hotel.
That's right.
Yes, and we also have we just launched a national tour, Speechless, that is out and coming to a town near you. We have a world tour.
They're busy. The Blue Men are busy.
We're busy.
They travel all around. So talk about. We have a lot of edgy rock stars watching who really want to rock their classrooms. Yep. What can they do with Blue Man Group? How is Blue Man Group involved in education?
Well, I think that part of the genesis of the show, the three founders, that's why they created the show. I mean, they had interests in technology and instrument building and all these different elements, and it was, I think it was the vehicle of their intellectual curiosity to create these characters, to create all these unique environments, and also create a theatrical show from out of all that. So I think that's kind of in the DNA of the show. And another thing, I think as far as bringing that into your classroom, it's about the character itself is about, it's kind of an everyman where, every experience is one that is in the moment and real. And so almost a childlike curiosity, which, as you know, that's the learning. That's how we grow and stay excited. And that's the good thing about the show is that it's great for kids, but also I think hopefully it fosters a lifetime fascination with learning and curiosity that you never lose. And so it's you know, this is the time when you want to instill that inspiration.
Yes,
you know,
definitely. And I think that's something students can take away is that journey that the Blue Men go through throughout the show, seeing things for the first time, experiencing them in that high energy, interactive way. So you offer field trips. So if there are any teachers out there in one of those cities, you can actually go to the show and get behind the scenes kind of. So talk a little bit about what's offered with that for schools that are interested in attending the show.
Yeah, I mean, many school groups come to experience the show in all of our cities and all our productions. We're starting a brand new program called Backstage Onstage, which is a unique opportunity where we have a 30-minute performance, but we also have, you know, a lecture where we talk about the history of Blue Man Group. We have a tour backstage, so you can see the instruments and play and get a feel for the sense of the tools that that Blue Men use to create the art, and it's interactive, and I think, you know, beyond experiencing the show, you really get a behind-the-scenes look and allow your students to put themselves into the action, into the experience.
Yeah, and if you're not in one of those cities and can't go there, you also offer lesson plans online that include clips of the show. So teachers can, in their classroom, all grades, K through 12, can watch a clip of the show, see how it fits with their lesson, and then there's actual lesson plans for every grade on there. So tell them where they can find that on their website.
Yeah, that's on blueman.com. It's under our groups page. And those are our plans that are constructed based on our creative impulses, which is what the Blue Man, when they're trained, the character is built on that. It's life force, it's playfulness and fun, it's curiosity, and it's connectedness. And so these lesson plans all play in those creative impulses, and there are ways to stimulate that thinking with your kids before they come to see the show. And it's exciting work if you want to, you know, dive into it. And then when you come, you bring that into the show, and hopefully that kind of prepares you for what you're about to see.
Definitely. And Get Your Teach On is so excited to continue that partnership. We're going to actually be working to integrate some of those lessons into our sessions in the upcoming year. So are we ready for our special announcement about this partnership? It just doesn't stop there. This is not the end. This is just the beginning for Get Your Teach On and the Blue Man Group. So Hope, since you are marked by the Blue Man.
I mean, you know, I feel so honored and privileged. No, we are so excited to announce a big announcement.
Big one.
I mean,
drum roll in the back there.
There we go. We have to have it. We have to have it. So, as part of our partnership, we are so thrilled to announce that this summer at our national conference in Orlando, Florida, the Blue Man Group will be performing for all of our educators there. So we are so excited to have them as part of the Get Your Teach On family and as part of the mission to change education. And we love everything they're about, the creativity, everything that they're doing. They're just incredible. And so we're so excited to partner with them.
Well, Jonathan, thank you so much. We're so excited to continue working with you and the Blue Man Group, and I think you got to go get those three in line. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. All right, thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
We want to see you at next year's national conference, and the Blue Men want to see you there too. So go to getyourteachon.com to register for that experience. Now, just a few weeks ago, Adam DeVico and Todd Nesloni hosted their first standalone Get Your Lead On conference for administrators, district leaders who are looking to take the Get Your Teach On magic and implement it school-wide. Take a look at a little bit of what happened a few weeks ago at Get Your Lead On.
Get Your Lead On is a high-energy, interactive conference for school, district, and aspiring leaders who want to learn how to bring new ideas, innovative strategies, and great pedagogy back to their building.
When administrators attend Get Your Lead On, they can expect high energy, immediate takeaways, and an absolute blast. I mean, how many times as administrators have we gone to dull and boring trainings? We plan to bring the heat, but give you things you can take back right away.
So things you can take away right away from Get Your Lead On are better ways to have instructional leadership, like how to use your data, how to lead change, and how to bring a positive attitude and a positive atmosphere to any campus you're on.
You can find more information on getyourteachon.com or search the hashtag #GetYourLeadOn.
I'm here with Adam DeVico and Todd Nesloni straight out of Get Your Lead On literally today. Like you just got here right now. How are you guys doing?
We are great. How are you?
I'm great. We're excited to see you. You're rocking your Lead On attire.
Now,
I see that.
Now, do you remember in Nationals this past summer when we were on, we were actually rocking the ninja outfit. So
yeah.
it appears that every time
so you
we're
just
with
don't
you
follow
now,
any directions of what to wear. You just wear any suit you want is what I'm getting from that.
I thought that was basically the understood.
Yeah, okay, just do what you want. So talk about Get Your Lead On. It's always been a half day at Get Your Teach On conferences for about the last year now, but now you have this standalone conference. So talk about the first one and talk about where it's going from here.
Yeah, so we were really excited that Hope and Wade gave us the green light to do this, and we love getting to spend an entire day with campus, district, and aspiring administrators. And when we do these little different areas around the country, we're bringing in local people too. So it was great to bring in Belinda George to our Austin event, and she did fantastic as well. So it's not just us sharing ideas, we're bringing in some more brilliant people too.
And talk about just what they can take away from attending Get Your Lead On. This is for district leaders, school campus leaders, aspiring leaders, coaches, anyone that's looking to make a wider impact than just their classroom. So what's something that can take away immediately from this and implement at their schools?
Yeah, so I mean, right away you're going to get practical ideas for ways to shift your culture. We've put a big emphasis on diving into data, looking at instructional practices, how to shift cultural norms. And so those are things that you can literally bring back immediately at your staff meeting, as you're coaching teachers, as you have your PLT or PLC meetings. I mean, those are things that you can bring back immediately and make that change.
All right, so if they're ready to make that change, where can they see Get Your Lead On next?
So we are actually bringing Get Your Lead On to Charlotte in 2 weeks.
North Carolina.
That's right. So we'll see if North Carolina shows up like Austin did. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, they will.
And there's limited tickets still available, so they can go to getyourteachon.com to sign up and make that campus-wide impact. Thank you guys so much. Todd, I'm going to ask you to hang out here just a little bit, and Adam, I'm going to send you off on your way.
I'm out.
All right. Please help me welcome to Get Your Teach On Live, co-founder of the Get Your Teach On Conference, Deanna Jump, Todd Nesloni, and Rochelle Smith. Oh, hey. I like that little surprise up here.
Peekaboo.
So, Deanna, how is it in K1 today? Just talk a little about New England before we get started on our announcement that we're going to talk about.
Okay, first of all, this weather is gorgeous. The leaves are beautiful. We've already talked about that. But
you're rocking your denim jacket.
I am, in honor of Lanisha Tabb.
Yes, shout out.
Denim jacket. Oh, hello, Rochelle, too. Yeah,
where's my? I need to get one.
Kara down there.
Next year.
When you see her, she's rocking it too. But no, these teachers, we say this every time.
I know.
We do, so I sort of feel like
it gets
like
better and better, though. It really does.
Do you think we're being
this
fake?
Is number
we're
18.
Really
It actually gets better and better.
They were just so receptive to everything that we were sharing with them. They participated, they got up, they sang, they danced.
And I think what's special is a lot of these teachers had never been to Get Your Teach On before. It's their first time, and it's the first time in their area, so their school sent them. Now, you three are about to join a team of something really exciting that you have planned for K1 teachers to really dive deeper into their content. So I want to talk a little about what you have planned.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So in April in Nashville, Tennessee, we are doing the first ever GYTO University, and I'm super excited about it. So it's April 9th and 10th. You can come and celebrate my birthday with me, and we won't say how old I am, but and it's just an in-depth 2-day workshop filled with instructional-based strategies that are research-based, all things literacy. So we're really digging deep into the literacy-based content and giving teachers the tools and strategies that they need in the classroom to help them build proficient, successful readers and writers.
Now, Rochelle, you know the importance of literacy instruction. You've taught first grade, now you're teaching sixth grade. You have everything in between. What's unique about Get Your Teach On and going to be unique about Get Your Teach On University that teachers can take away?
It's going to be a small group of teachers with specialized instruction. So we're really going to go in depth. So I'm going to be presenting on some literacy technology integration. And so we can really do hands-on. We're going to have that technology there. They're going to be able to work with it and really learn how to implement it in their classroom. These PDs are awesome with all of these teachers. Now what can we do next? So it's that whole university level.
And if you've attended Get Your Teach On before, this would be a perfect next step to really dive deeper into that literacy content.
Yes, because one thing that we don't get a chance to talk about here is assessments, and how do you look at those assessments and plan where to go next in your instruction. So that's going to be a lot of the things that we really work on, looking at those assessments and figuring out what is our next step in instruction to get that student just exactly where they need to be in reading and writing. So we're really excited about being able to really focus in on that, just content area and just stick to that.
And if you want more information on Get Your Teach On University, you could go to getyourteachon.com, download the full conference guide, has all the information you need to know. I'm so excited for the three of you and the rest of your team. Congratulations on that new initiative. And I'm going to bring the rest of the Get Your Teach On team up there, so we're going to switch seats a little bit. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's
all right,
awesome.
give it up one more time for Rochelle, Deanna, and Todd. Now, if you're a 2nd through 6th grade teacher and you're ready to take your teaching to the next level, Get Your Teach On Next Level is going to be happening next fall. More information on that in Atlanta can also be found on getyourteachon.com. Now, please help me welcome to Get Your Teach On Live, the Get Your Teach On presenters. We have Amy Lemons, Kara Carroll, Amelia Capitosa, Lanisha Tab, Greg Coleman, Katie Mullins, Katie Mency, Kara Carroll, did I say? Kara, are you hungry? Did you have dinner? I'm just here for the food. Just here for the popcorn. How are you guys doing?
Great. So good.
Tired? Feeling
tired.
good? Feeling good, Lanisha?
I mean, feeling great, yeah.
Now, this has been a first for us in the Northeast, so we're talking about a lot of firsts now. So I want someone to talk about their first Get Your Teach On conference that you ever attended, whether it was as a presenter, attendee, and just that experience. The first time you were here, because now you're all pros, you've been here a ton of times. How many, Amy?
So
more than they probably had. There's only been 18, you've probably been here 19.
20,
yeah, okay, very. So, who wants to talk about their first Get Your Teach On experience?
Oh my gosh, I will.
Okay,
it was very similar to this one. It was Get Your Teach On New Orleans.
Okay.
And I didn't know any of you, and I was so nervous. And I'm pretty sure if you look very closely at the pictures, I was in the back of the live like this. But it was so much fun. It's just the best place to be. I love being around all of these educators.
Katie Mullins, what about you? I know you attended as an attendee first, then you joined the Magic Squad, and now you're presenting Music with Wade. So talk a little bit about that. I'm going to give you Lanisha's mic right here. Pass it back.
Yes, the first conference I attended was in Washington, D.C., which is where I was living at the time, and I was just on cloud nine, soaking everything in. Had the best time ever, and here we are today. Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, we have a lot of new teachers that watch this, and they always want to know, what's your advice for first-year teachers? So, Amy, what advice do you have for first-year teachers? Because we're talking about first. So what advice do you have for people who are maybe in their first year in their grade level, or maybe it's their first year teaching ever, as they try to incorporate these strategies? They watch the lives on Mondays. Maybe they're here. Are there any first-year teachers in the crowd? One. Or they're exhausted or back in their room. They're all in bed. They're all in bed feeling that teacher tired. So what advice would you have for first-year teachers?
Only goes up from here, for sure. I started teaching mid-year. So I started teaching before I graduated college in December. And I started teaching 4th grade. I took over a class that the teacher was asked to resign, and it was a really fun experience for everyone involved.
Except her.
Probably not her. I was great because I got a job right off the bat. It was wonderful for me. No, I think the best thing you can do as a first-year teacher is really lean on your teammates and find someone who you can just dive into their filing cabinets and make a connection with your team. My team, my first year teaching was incredible. I ate lunch with them. I asked them questions all the time, and they were so wonderful to help me. I know not everybody has that experience, but just find someone that you can connect with, that you can lean on, that you can ask questions, because that's how I survived my first year.
Awesome. Now, Amelia, you do a lot of professional development and talk to teachers about integrating literacy into their classroom. So talk about, teachers are overwhelmed with doing all the things. So what can they do to really focus in on something that they're passionate about and not get overwhelmed?
Well, one thing I always say is start little and grow, because we don't have to start, we always think we have all these big ideas. We don't have to start big. We can think of one little thing you can change tomorrow. So what's one hands-on thing you can do beyond a worksheet that you can do tomorrow, and then maybe the next week or the next month you can add another little thing. And the second thing I always say is reach out to your colleagues, like Amy said, who have teach different content areas. So if someone teaches math, talk to them hey, I'm doing this book. Can you incorporate this in any way? And they are the ones who are masters of their standards, so then they can bring that side of it to you, and you guys can kind of work together to create lessons like that.
Now, everyone has that first teacher that really made a lasting impact on their lives. Some of the students in classrooms, their teachers are probably here right now in the back, and they had that teacher for the first time really going above and beyond to make that difference and create that magic in the classroom. So who has a story about the first teacher that really made an impact on their lives? Greg, you got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a short story.
That's good. We're on a time crunch, so that's perfect.
Mine was a 4th grade. Any 4th grade teachers here? All right. So mine was a 4th grade teacher, Mr. Wolford. He made a huge impact on me in terms of really looking and seeing the best in me and believing in me. Really stayed around, stuck around, because I struggled with reading during that time. So he really made sure that I was reading well, and he really believed in me, whereas I was the first classroom helper. That was the first time I became a classroom helper and really loved it. So I remember him so much, and he inspired me to become a teacher.
And that's still on his resume today, classroom helper.
Classroom helper.
It's top on there.
That's top. That's the top thing.
4th grade, rocking it. All right, Katie, Kara, any last advice for teachers watching? Anything you want to say, or are you just eating your popcorn?
The food's really good. Just enjoy what you do. You make a difference. And I think that if you just take each... Somebody's saying something about my food. I'm sorry. Okay. If you just... Flexibility is so important too, and just take each day and just know that you're making a difference. I think that if you can just make those connections with the kids as well, relationships are so important to me, and so I think that's huge.
All right, Katie, wrap things up. You have something to share about your session or any advice you have for the teachers watching?
I just think, coming to a conference like this can be really overwhelming, especially for a new teacher. So just remember, when you see all these amazing ideas and all these sessions, that you don't have to go back and do it all. You don't have to do it exactly the way the presenter shares with you how they do it in their classroom. There's so many variables in your own classroom, your class size, your building, the environment. So just take what you learn and put your own spin on it and do your thing.
And I think what's important about Get Your Teach On is it really builds that community of teachers who are like-minded, doing the same thing, and want to do what's best for kids and go outside of the box to engage them in creative ways. And you have a whole community, not just of people here, but of the thousands and thousands of educators that have been to a Get Your Teach On conference. So we're going to see you all in the next few months in 2020. We're going to be kicking things off in LA, and then Houston, and then Nationals in Orlando. So make some noise for your Get Your Teach On presenters. All right, hop down. No one trip. Amelia, take the stairs. Take the stairs. There we go. Get Your Teach On's presenting sponsor is Really Good Stuff, and they want to help you at home. Really Good Stuff is bringing Steve Spangler as a keynote speaker to our 2020 National Conference in Orlando with our newly announced partnership, the Blue Man Group, performing. Steve Spangler takes science outside of the box, and he's bringing it to Get Your Teach On in Orlando. Thanks to our friends at Really Good Stuff. And they want to hook you up with a $100 gift card to Really Good Stuff. Here's what you have to do. Let them know in the comments when's the first time that you heard of Steve Spangler. Was it on The Ellen Show? Was it on Get Your Teach On Live? Or was it right now during this episode? All you have to do is let them know in the comments where you first heard of Steve Spangler, and 2 lucky winners are going to win a $100 gift card to use on Steve Spangler's science resources. Now, Get Your Teach On would not happen without the hundreds of Magic Squad members at every conference helping out. We have some of them here with us today. So make some noise for your Get Your Teach On Magic Squad. Come up here. It's like an army of pink. Here they come. Here they come. Corey, Megan, come on up here. Everybody, all the Magic, every single one. They're sitting there. They're tired. They're tired. They've been working tirelessly for the past 2 days, making sure everything is ready for teachers. Hop in right here. Megan, talk about a little about the preparation that everyone here goes through to put on one of these conferences, because it could not happen without all of you standing here.
Oh man, these Magic Squad members are some of the hardest working people I think we've ever met.
Ever.
Oh my gosh, we get to find out who we're gonna be working with, and then we get to work on rooms and what all is gonna go down, and then we start up emails and Facebook groups and start talking way beforehand about how much they're gonna have to help with, and they are the greatest.
Like they give everything to the conference.
I mean, I've never seen people smile so much while hitting boxes in their shins, and they're like, "What can I do?"
It is not easy. Now, if you've been to Get Your Teach On before, you know everything is hands-on. Every session is interactive. It's not the presenter shows up with their slides and hooks it up. Everything is like you're the student in the classroom of the presenter. So we know our classrooms have a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of
we have
stuff.
to bring the classrooms to the session.
Yeah.
So who wants to talk about this? Is this anyone's first Get Your Teach On as Magic Squad? Yes! Oh my God. Yes, over here. All right, first introduce yourself. You might have to slide in a little. There you go. Talk about your first experience, first as an attendee, and then now as Magic Squad, and what that means.
Oh my gosh, I'm dropping my phone. I first attended National Conference in San Diego and was completely blown away, I think, because I finally found a conference center full of teachers that were like me, where I sort of felt like the black sheep of my school. And I realized I wasn't. So I think for me, seeing the effort that everyone was putting in, I had thought about it, and then I thought, no, I'll go again. So I went to national conference last year, or this year, sorry, in Dallas, and then went to you, Chris, and said, okay, so New England, Mohegan Sun, hour and a half from my house. Do you need help? And that was it. So yes.
Email Corey.
So I did, and I think just seeing you have so much more of an appreciation for what everyone does, the presenters, the Magic Squad, everyone behind the scenes that you will never see on camera, to bring this together. And it makes me want to be involved with it, so that other teachers can experience it.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger than any one person here.
Oh, without a doubt.
In classrooms, and it would not happen without each and every person that's in this room.
Yes.
So,
and it's beyond what your room you're in. Like, everyone's helping each other.
100%.
So it was amazing.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. But before we go, last night we had a special something happen with our Magic Squad. So we're going to check out the video to clue you in, and then we're going to tell you all about it. So check it out. Go crazy. That's right, we had our first ever Get Your Teach On Magic Squad proposal. Congratulations, Levon and Joaquim, newly engaged. How are you feeling right now?
Like, is this real life? That's how I'm feeling.
So, Joaquim, give a little of the backstory about how this happened. I mean, you're not much of a planner, is that true? That's what I heard from your new soon-to-be wife.
So, I've been working as a teacher for 7 years now, and I've never taken a day off.
Amazing.
So she was like, I need you to take a day off for my birthday. I really want to go to Get Your Teach On in Phoenix. Like, this is the ultimate sacrifice. Now, I coach 7 sports, full-time math teacher, no days off. So we took the day off. We had an amazing time in Phoenix. They had called me out a couple times, Wade, and hope to, be a person for them to help. And then I won $100 from Really Good Stuff.
Yes, Really Good Stuff.
So I was like, all right, so it's going to be a good time. So we rocked out, and it was just such a blessing to, take a day off and really help all the students when I went back to my school. And then we had asked to go to Dallas for the national one, and I was like, okay, what can we do to help? How can we be a Magic Squad member? So we got there, and then like, oh, we need more men. So I was like, trying to get my guys, and then we heard at nationals that we were coming to New England, and I'm from New England, born and raised Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and
go Yankees.
So her mom's birthday was Saturday. My mom's birthday is actually today. So it was perfect timing for us just to have the family bonding, and nobody knew what was going on. And then I had talked to you, and I was like, you know what, this is like her Super Bowl because she just loves giving back, and this is me giving something to her.
The whole crowd goes, aww. So you had no idea that was coming yesterday.
No idea
at
all.
We planned a surprise fake rehearsal for tonight, and you got up there and did your thing. So congratulations to you both. We're so excited, and give it up for Levon and Joaquim, newly engaged. We want you to attend an upcoming Get Your Teach On conference. So go ahead right now and share out this Facebook Live for your chance to win. Go ahead and hit the share button right now for your chance to win free ticket to our national conference in Orlando. That's it for right here in New England. We have day 2 tomorrow. Stay tuned to Instagram. If you check out our Instagram story today, it gives you all the behind the scenes action from day 1 in New England. We want to see you in an upcoming Get Your Teach On conference. For more information, visit getyourteachon.com. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.